The past 3 months have changed the way we work and changed the way people see us or don't see us. I know that some of you are really busy doing crazy amounts of work, and some of you are not really busy. Some of you have lost your job. Some of you are working crazy long hours. Some of you are trying to look busy, but we know that now is the time to raise our profile. Now, raising our profile means different things, and I've got a few tips for, as you can imagine. And the first one is to volunteer. And last week, we talked about volunteering on the Return to the Workplace Task Force. This is certainly going to raise your profile because you'll be working with people that are in senior leadership. You'll be able to show some of your creativity, which we'll talk about, but you want to start volunteering because you want to get seen. For the last few months, you might not have been seen, only on the other end of an email or on the other end of a Zoom camera, but we need a lot more profile raising. So get involved with the Back to the Workplace. Get involved in whatever your organization is getting involved in. I recognize that many of you don't have the time for this, but I promise you this will be worth your time if you invest it. If people don't know about you, then they don't know what you can do. So what you want to do is make sure that you differentiate from what everyone else is doing. Don't be the one that sits shyly in the meeting room going, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I thought of that too. Be the one to speak up, show your creativity. Come on, I could call you up on the phone and say, give me 3 things that need to change with how your company's working right now. And you could do it like that. It's not that they're doing things wrong, but you know how to do things differently. So thinking about the departments that you're volunteering with or the projects that you're volunteering with, or if people are asking for your opinion on what we need to do, or what do you think about that? Differentiate. Be the positive thinker. Be a problem solver, not a problem finder. Lots of problem finders in the world. You don't need to be that person. Be the one that looks at the things that other people aren't even thinking about it. I'm amazed at how many people are not talking about the second and potentially third wave of COVID. Maybe you need to be the one who brings that forward to your team going, what are we going to do if? Have we thought about this? Now, I know it's floating around in everybody's mind, but if nobody's saying it, we have to be able to deal with it. You can differentiate yourself by not only saying it, but coming up with solutions as well. So you want to differentiate, show your creativity that you have, don't look like everybody else, and raise your profile that way too. Constant communication. Again, this is not the time to be invisible. Pick up the phone. People are tired of doing these Zoom chats. Everybody's zoomed out. And while they're great, they have their purpose. Pick up the phone. Some people enjoy a conversation too. Make sure that you're on your email and responding to emails and not getting lost. People going, she never responds very quickly. What's going on? Make sure that you're communicating, and it's visual communication. If you want to jump in and contribute to a conversation, jump in. That's part of showing you're raising your profile and showing that you're different as well. But don't slack off in your communication. Don't get invisible. Raise the profile and take this opportunity to aim higher. Challenge yourself to do more, to speak up more, to show more value. I hope that your organization is not one of those organizations that needs to downsize because the economy has hurt their company profits. I hope that that does not happen to you. But the reality is we know about 1 in 4 people are unemployed right now. So we need to aim higher, show more value. If they see you in whatever your role is and think, well, we don't have that role, we need them to be able to see that maybe you could jump into this other role, and maybe that's a step higher for you. So don't assume there's any ceiling. Don't assume you can't go somewhere else. Aim high and communicate that high too. We know that relationships matter, and I hope that you have a great relationship with your executives so that if it does come time that we need to shave off some employee positions, yours is not on the table. I also realize that not everyone is in that fortunate position. So it is about who knows you. We've always been talking about who you know, but it's also who knows you. So build those relationships in your organization. We know that when we know a lot of people in the company, we can get stuff done because it's all relationship building. So do the same thing. Make sure that you're reaching out to people that you haven't talked to in a few months. How are you doing? How's it going? You're looking forward to coming back? How are you managing all of this? And don't manipulate or use people, but really build those relationships that are important to you so that you can be successful when you get back to work. We all need to raise our profile. We need to make sure that we're not invisible at this time. We need to find the time to do that because I know that many of you cannot do that, but we need to make sure that we're looking to the future. Things are going to start to change. I'm not sure what they're going to look like, but the last thing I want to do right now is be invisible. raise that profile, increase your chances of growing, keeping your job, and challenging yourself, and keep on the right track this week.